Vessel calling Mayday. This is Coast Guard Station Grace Harbor. What is your position and the nature of distress? Over.
The storm was bad. It was really bad.
The conditions were 14 to 16, occasional 18-foot breaks.
It was pretty gnarly out there. U.S. Coast Guard, U.S. Coast Guard, this is a sailing vessel, Grace. My boat was completely knocked down, flat, over. I found myself hanging off the steering wheel.
We launched, it was already dark.
The driving rain from the wind, the seas were building.
On our transit out, we took a couple breaks that actually spun the boat around.
Picture pitch black darkness in the middle of the night at midnight with winds that were raging.
Every wave that came, we were underwater.
The ocean at night is a humbling place.
So we ended up drifting over into a dangerous part of the bar.
The winds had become exceedingly ferocious at that point in time. The waves were really high and violent.
Now we had this sailboat that was anchored in an area where he was 18 to 20 foot seas with breaks.
There was nothing I could do.
The only thing we could really do is pull the guy off the boat. At that point, our primary concern was his safety.
I jumped into the water. The worst thing for a solo sailor, of course, is to be washed overboard in the pitch black darkness. And the Coast Guard began pulling me across the distance between my boat and the Coast Guard's boat.
When he had jumped in the water, he got that tending line that was attached to his boat wrapped around his feet.
So he was basically tethered to our vessel and his vessel.
And he was being pulled on between the two boats.
The two boats were heaving in the water. They were just heaving. And with each heave, I got pulled underneath the water, and I didn't know for how long.
And BM2 Hylkema looked, he's like, hey, we need to cut this guy free. I need to go in the water and cut this guy free.
There wasn't enough time to don the safety gear without causing undue risk.
He was sacrificing himself for another.
The bravery of the swimmer, I can tell you, jumping into that water, that's not the place you want to be.
BM2 Hylkema swam over to him.
Next thing I knew, there was a Coast Guard swimmer right behind me.
He was tired and fatigued from being underway for so long.
He tapped me on my shoulder, "You're going to be okay," and he cut the rope. He reached underneath the water in pitch blackness, found the rope that was holding me, and cut that rope and set me free.
It was a very fast decision. I just did what needed to get done.
I was alive, and I'm very happy to be alive.
We used every ounce of our training from every aspect of it just to get the job done.
Phenomenal rescue, phenomenal. Being around this crew, that's what makes this job awesome.